In January of 2025, I officially quit my stable, secure, and decently paying engineering job to pursue my business full time. I had been working as an engineer since 2011, never really liked it, but stuck with it because it felt safe. And I always felt like if I quit, then all the time and money that went into my university degree would have been for nothing. So in this video, I'm going to share the full timeline of how I grew my YouTube channel, the revenue streams I built over the years, and my top 5 tips on how you can do it too, if that's what you're aiming for. Before we jump in, I created a free guide for you called the YouTube Lead System. It walks you through how to create YouTube videos that will convert viewers into sales. So you can grab that from the description box below. Tip number 1, don't quit your job yet. Honestly, if you have a job right now, it's the best time for you to start a YouTube channel. If you treat your channel as a side hustle in the beginning, there's way less pressure on you to make YouTube work immediately because you're not relying on it yet to pay your bills. You already have your stable job to do that. So you have more freedom to experiment a little and take your time creating quality content rather than rushing through content creation just to get a bunch of videos uploaded and hoping it works for you as soon as possible. You're also able to support yourself in building your channel since you have money coming in. You can invest some of that into your channel, whether that's on gear, software, maybe a video editor, or taking online courses to improve your knowledge and your skills. When I started my channel in October of 2020, I bought a Mac computer, a tripod, a lavalier microphone, and I invested in a couple of online courses to learn about filmmaking and a bit on digital marketing because I had zero experience. I also didn't have very high expectations, and I wanted to have fun with it by experimenting a little since I didn't have so much pressure to make it work instantly. Tip number 2, visualize how your channel will make money. Full transparency, the only reason I started my channel at the time was because I was doing a lot of research during COVID, trying to figure out how I can make money on the side while working full time. For 2 reasons. 1, to supplement my full-time income, and 2, to eventually quit my job. And many experts online were saying that YouTube can make you money in many different ways if you optimize it properly and you have a clear strategy. So I listed all the ways that I wanted to make money from my channel: AdSense, affiliate income, brand sponsorships maybe, and also sell my own products. Being on the other side now, I can tell you this is exactly what happens when you optimize your videos. Like, one video on my channel will make money from AdSense while generating affiliate income because I included affiliate links in my videos. It could also be sponsored, so I got paid a fixed rate to mention the brand, and it can make digital product sales because I mentioned my paid product and included it in the description box. I have people coming to me all the time saying they want to start a YouTube channel because they want to make extra money. And I'll say, great, how do you plan to monetize your channel? And they can't answer that. They might say something like, I don't know, I've just heard that YouTube can pay their creators for publishing content, which is true, but you need to understand what goes into that and have a clear strategy for how to get there. So back to my timeline, I actually got monetized within 3.5 months of starting my channel, specifically in January of 2021. To get monetized on YouTube, you have to reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, which makes you eligible for the YouTube Partner Program. And I truly believe I got monetized relatively quickly because I was targeting high demand topics at the time with lower competition. So I had a strategy for how I was going to rank in YouTube search from the very beginning. My first paycheck from YouTube was $193, which I was so incredibly excited about. And then it started to increase to about $1,000 to $2,000 a month on average. I also included affiliate links from the beginning of my channel, like from the very first video I published. Do this even if no one's watching in the beginning, because this will compound over time. Your first video might not take off, but let's say your 20th video takes off. All the viewers that watch watch that may go back to your first videos and check out your description boxes. So have that set in place for when that time comes. I actually found some screenshots of some of my affiliate earnings very early on. So on average and across all my affiliates at the time, I was making maybe $1,000 to $1,500 per month. Some months were even higher, especially when I started promoting more and more tools that I used. In February of 2021, I launched my very first coaching program to my email list, which I was growing using my YouTube channel. And I got 12 students to sign up at $497 each. The program was centered around Etsy sellers and helping them sell digital products in their shops. I specifically chose this topic because not only did I have experience with it, but those were the videos that performed best on my channel. So I took that as a signal as to what my audience was interested in learning. Around the same time, specifically in March of 2021, I also launched a new digital product, which was an Etsy ebook. This was the first ebook I ever created and sold. And again, I created it because I knew what my audience wanted to learn from me at the time based on my channel analytics. Fast forward to September of 2021, I landed my first 4-figure brand sponsorship, which was a big deal for me. I had about 30,000 subscribers at the time, and if brand sponsorships is an income stream you'd like to pursue, then having a specific niche and target audience will matter so much more than how big your audience is. So the quicker a brand can identify what your channel is about and who watches your content, the more likely they'll reach out to you for a collaboration opportunity. Tip number 3, develop a system to stay consistent. When you're working a full-time job, taking care of your family, and juggling everything else, you don't have that much extra time to dedicate to YouTube videos, right? And they take a lot of time to produce. Just like you, I didn't have much time to spare. So the only times I had to put some work into my channel and my side hustle was weekday evenings and weekends. And sometimes when I took breaks here and there during a workday, I would try to squeeze in some work for my channel. But it took me a long time to finally develop a rhythm and a routine that I could stick to and that would help me stay consistent with my channel. For the first year, I didn't batch my work and I had a hard time staying consistent. I went for weeks at a time without uploading anything because I would burn out. And it goes without saying, the more consistent you are on YouTube, the more you can grow your income, improve your skills, and figure out what's actually working. It wasn't until 2022, so the second year into my channel, where I finally developed a better rhythm of batching my content and I was more consistent with my uploads. Batching is basically grouping similar tasks together and completing them in one focused session rather than tackling all of them throughout the day. So for example, I would time block an hour and just focus on topic research. Then I would time block 2 hours and just focus on script writing, and so on. In October of 2022, I hit over 100,000 subscribers, which was super exciting. But more importantly, this was the year I officially made more money from my YouTube channel than my full-time job because I had a better system in place for staying consistent with my content. Technically, I could have left my job at that time and fully pursued my channel full time, but to be transparent, I still had an employee mindset. Like it was a really scary thought for me to officially leave my stable job that I had worked at for so many years, even though that was my ultimate goal. And I decided I would just try to manage both for as long as I could, even though I knew deep down eventually I wanted to leave. I just didn't know when yet. Tip number 4, prioritize one really good offer. Have a single product in your business that becomes your main focus, whether that's a course, coaching program, membership, etc. This is actually how I wish I started my channel, with a clear offer that every video could naturally point to. Once that's in place, you can start building your entire ecosystem around it. This ties back to tip number 2, visualizing how you want to make money from your channel. It's so much more effective to create content that drives toward one aligned offer instead of being scattered across multiple products and confusing your audience. In February of 2023, 2023, I got pregnant, so I knew that I was going on mat leave later that year and decided to continue managing both my channel and job until then. I got more clear on the people I wanted to attract into my new digital course, which was centered around selling digital products online using YouTube. So not only did I focus primarily on selling that, but I signed long-term partnerships with just a few select brands that I was super passionate about, again, narrowing down my focus, and I continued working with the same system that I built for myself, which was helping me publish weekly videos. I also hired a video editor at that point, so that freed up more of my time to focus on money-making activities. That year was actually a great year for me in terms of revenue, which was shocking because my first and third trimesters were awful, but somehow I generated over $200,000 just before I went on mat leave in October of 2023. And as a reminder, if you haven't downloaded the YouTube lead system, which walks you through how to turn your views into clients, you can grab that for free in the description box below. Tip number 5, focus on evergreen content. This one is really important if you truly want YouTube to support your life and your business long term. Evergreen content refers to topics that people are consistently searching for over time. So instead of creating videos that are only based on trends or something that's only relevant right now, you're creating videos that people will still be searching for months or even years from now. This is how you build a system that continues to bring in views, leads, and sales over time, even when you're not actively working. And I really saw the power of this during one of the hardest seasons of my life. So during mat leave, not only was I fully focused on just being present with my baby, but I also went through a pretty severe infection after giving birth. And it took me about 7 months to fully recover. So during that time, I wasn't working at all. I posted a couple of videos later in 2024 when I started feeling a little better, but that was basically it. And despite that, my business still generated around $160,000 in 2024, which is still wild for me to say. But the reason that happened is because the majority of my videos were evergreen. They were still being found through search, they were still bringing in views every single day, and they were still leading people into my offers. And it was just more proof for me that my business was working and I didn't have to be so scared to leave my job. So as you can imagine, when I went back to work in October of 2024, I realized very quickly that trying to juggle everything was no longer sustainable, especially now that I was a mom. Something had to give, and I was not willing to quit YouTube. And I finally made the decision to quit my job in January of 2025 to pursue my channel full-time. You definitely don't need to drag it out for as long as I did, but this is the true timeline I went through and that I wanted to share with you. If you're ready to start your YouTube channel for your business, you can check out this video next, and I'll see you there.